Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. But sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you.
The new channel. The new channel. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel, and we are here to help you see the new you. This is your host, Joby Linsangan-Moreno, and welcome to Usapang Beauty. Hello, Beautitas! Hello, everyone! And welcome po once again dito sa Usapang Beauty. Happy beautiful Thursday, everybody! Diba? Kamusta po kayo? Today is October 1st. Napakabilis po ng panahon because in a few months, Pasko na, and of course, tapos na ang 2020. We hope that despite the pandemic and everything, lahat ng changes, lahat ng challenges, you are still doing well. So once again, this is your host, Joby Linsangan-Moreno, and this is Usapang Beauty. Mga Beautitas, would you believe that this is our 16th episode? Wow, 16 episodes. We'll be forever grateful, of course, to the new channel because this is our second to the last episode bago po tayo mag-episode finale next week, diba? So, nakaisang season na po tayo no, since we started last August, of course. So, again, we'd like to thank all of you Beautitas for being with us, to all our sponsors, to all our viewers, because kayo po ay sumusubaybay sa amin lagi, sa aming mga pamilya, of course, our friends and relatives and everyone watching sa buong Pilipinas at sa buong mundo as well. So, ang mga natututunan po natin, syempre, dito sa Usapang Beauty, we are not just talking about the physical beauty of the person. Pero syempre, for us, importante ang inner beauty or what makes that person beautiful. So, from the inside out talaga tayo, diba? So, last Saturday, we had, of course, Mr. Leo Ortiz of Gluta Lipo. Usapang kaseksihan po tayo at pampapayat last time, di ba? So how he lost a lot of pounds using his products and of course how he can also take part in becoming a member of Gluta Lipo family. Then head on to Mr. Leo Ortiz Facebook page, and you can connect with him and also about his product. So, kung last week po, usapang pampapayat tayo, ang usapan naman natin ngayon ay ang natural beauty at ang timeless beauty because our guest for today is a very special guest para sa akin. No? I've seen her face, her beauty all over the pages of the magazine, usually front covers lagi. Of course, mga TVs natin, no? TV commercials, ads, and of course, ito hindi lang siya professional model, no? Because when we were talking backstage, you can see how a natural she talks. Siya, syempre, ang pagiging natural beauty and Filipino model niya, pag-uusapan natin later. Of course, we'll also talk about her being a quarantined mom, a quarantined wife. How is she doing? Because aside from being a Filipino model, she's also a TV host. Kamusta nga ba ang hosting when it comes to katulad ng mga times na ito? Does she still do that? And how is she treading this new normal? So I am talking about, of course, the beautiful Miss Kelly Misa sa ating pong pagbabalik because when we come back, we will see with us ang ating special guest for this evening, Miss Kelly Misa. So when we come back, we'll know more about her, her journey, and of course, live na live dito sa Usapang Beauty. So please don't go away, stay tuned because Usapang Beauty will be right back. See ya! Welcome back once again sa mga katututok lang po. Of course, this is Usapang Beauty, the Joby Linsangan-Moreno. And tonight, our very special guest is, of course, the one and only Filipino model, a TV host, no? The beautiful Miss Kelly Misa. So, syempre, kung hindi niyo po siya kilala, but I'm sure everyone here sa audience natin, including me, no, ay gusto na siyang masilayan and to know more about her. So, as I move along, I'll be reading some description and introduction about her. You'll see photos of her, her personal life, and of course, her mga modeling shoots, no? And of course, let's learn more about Miss Kelly Misa. Okay, so let's begin. Raquel Denise Kelly Misa-Fernandez is a Filipino model and a TV host. She has appeared in several Philippine magazine publications and commercials locally and is considered as one of the Philippines' most recognizable faces in print ads. I would agree, of course. Not just that, but also in commercials and ramp modeling. She is also a beauty columnist for the Philippine Daily Inquirer, as well as a beauty editor for Look magazine. Kelly Misa started as a part-time ramp model. She then first came to the attention of media when she became finalist for Teen Model Search of Teen magazine. She was then featured the same year and was in the cover of the May 2001 edition of Teen Magazine together with Mr. Casey Montero. She appeared in several commercial endorsements, notably Bakit Ngayon Ka Lang by, of course, Kentucky Fried Chicken or KFC, the Globe Telecom, Pond's Whitening Campaign, and local titles in Mega Magazine, Preview, Candy, and Mobile Philippines, of course, Chalk Magazine. Kelly is also an image model for the local retail designer back then, Folded and Hang, and of course, a clothing company, Pink Soda. Kelly Misa, ito na po ang kanyang sexihan. Ranked 61st at FHM 100 Sexiest Women in the World in 2005, then 84th in FHM 2006, and then of course in 2007, ranked 85 po of FHM Philippines Top 100 Sexiest Women in 2007. Kelly graduated from high school in Colegio de San Agustin in Makati City. She is a bachelor's degree graduate from De La Salle University in Manila, majoring in organizational communication. Okay, she is also a loving mom to Tristan, the cutie boy that you see on your screens now, and of course, a beautiful wife to Mr. Carlos Fernandez. Okay, so special thank you to Ma'am Apple Manzala because she made this interview possible. So, without further ado, please welcome here in Usapang Beauty, we are delighted to have Miss Kelly Misa.
Hi! Hello, Joby. Hello to everyone watching. It's so nice to be here. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Miss Kelly. How are you?
Hi, my gosh. I'm doing okay. I think at this point in time, after 200 days being
Oo,
here
sabi mo nga.
indoors
Yes.
under house arrest, hindi naman house arrest, but under quarantine. Yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm sort of getting used na to the situation. Hindi na kasi marami na akong napagdaanan na ups and downs. The feeling ko it has been a roller coaster ride from the beginning since March. Roller coaster of emotions, and finally I think hopefully I'm in a stable place where okay na, parang I think emotionally and I've accepted where we are, and I'm hoping for the best for the future.
Yes. That's the spirit, di ba? Tama yun. I think I relate, no? Talagang roller coaster. Ever since nag-start the ECQ, parang feeling mo, matatapos pa ba to o hindi na? Or what does the future hold, di ba? Parang ang hirap isipin. Especially at this point now, di ba? That after 6 months, sabi mo nga, 200 days, di ba? Naka-quarantine pa din tayo, di ba? And you mentioned backstage, because natutuwa ako, you still do not go out, no? Not unless it's necessary. So, how does it work for you? You've been at home lang most of the time. Lagi.
Okay. Well, I think like most of everyone, we've made a move to do everything online, digital, just like this show, diba? And it has been so hard, especially for me, kasi I'm usually like in front of the camera. So
Yes.
usually wala na ako iniisip. Iniisip ko na lang yung mga lines ko, what I have to wear, if my makeup is okay, and that's it. I'm ready to go. But then these days, marami na akong kailangan isipin, lighting, camera, positioning, pati set design. Kailangan ko nang isipin lahat yan, even script. And parang naging one-man show na, and it's really difficult because syempre in-expect pa rin ng the people who work with you, they expect the same sort of professionalism, and syempre you want to do your best, and it's really a really weird time kasi everything, like all the commercials that I did before, they're all in Instagram now, they're all in social media, so it's a different kind of platform that we're working with na medyo it takes a lot of getting used to kasi sobrang heavy na talaga sa digital. And of course, nawala na yung ABS-CBN network, of course. And so many things up in the air, so many uncertain things. So, yeah, it's kind of scary, but I'm also learning and I'm also very hopeful for the future, as always. Yeah.
That's yun, di ba? I think that's one thing that we should have, yung hope, hindi mawala yun, because without that, parang nakakalungkot namang mabuhay, di ba? But as long as you remain hopeful, we'll all know that this too will pass, no, and will come back, stronger, diba, and more resilient than ever. So
Yes.
now that we are talking about the new normal, for everyone's knowledge, of course, Miss Kelly is not just a model, but she's also a TV host. Actually, lifestyle and hindi na siya basta TV host po sa TV, but she goes from one place to another to do interviews, diba? So how is it now that you mentioned na it's all online, no? Do you still do hosting for now or puro online pa din ang iyong naka-focus ngayon?
Well, I do have my TV show. We have been on air in ANC for about 5 years now. It's called Trending with Kelly. It's a travel show, and we've been traveling all around the world. And of course, right now, how can we travel, diba? Impossible. We cannot travel anymore. And so, right now, it's just on replay, on loop na lang siya, which is really sad because I think we've been doing very well. And I'm really, that's like my dream job kasi. And I can't believe that now we don't have it. I mean, now we just have to stay at home. And yeah, it's really a different reality from what I'm used to. But as I mentioned earlier, I think I've gotten used to the new normal. And these days, my hosting jobs are all online. So, pag ganito, usually this is the setup. Like, it's a conversation between two hosts or two people that was coming from different places, like Kasiyahan, Paranaque. And yeah, we sort of find a way to make it work. And yeah, even events have been online. Like I have attended a few events online. And nakakatawa siya kasi parang may main na papanoorin and then people are watching. But some choose to stay out of the camera. So, naka-invisible sila. So, yun na yung mga events natin. Hindi na yung nagchichikahan, hindi na yung you get to meet so many people. So, it's really a different kind of experience now.
I know, diba? Totoo yan. And because, when Miss Kelly said kanina, I think this is it, no? We're going online. Everything's online, which I think I agree, no? Lahat ng shows natin, even like this, even the schooling of kids, diba? Online na talaga ngayon, diba? So, of course, because it's online, syempre would like to ask naman her beauty tips as well, diba?
Okay.
When you're at home, do you have the same beauty tips pag ikaw ay lumalabas sa TV or parang same lang yung routine mo? And of course, when it comes to makeup, when it's Zoom type of makeup ba, is it the same when you do makeup for the cameras talaga na talagang total production, di ba? And before we go into that, because beauty na ang pag-uusapan natin, I'd like to ask you, what is beauty for Miss Kelly?
Oh my goodness. Beauty. What is beauty? Actually, naisip ko rin yan. Like, most likely they'll ask me, what is beauty? And for me, that beauty is such a big concept because I work around beauty practically my whole life. I mean, the whole modeling industry is all about beauty, diba? Like, if you're hired, then you're beautiful. So parang that's sort of like the concept that I work with. But also, for me, and because it has been related to work in that sense, for me, beauty talaga is skin deep. Like, for me, kahit sobrang symmetrical and perfect yung face mo, if your inner self, if yung ugali mo hindi talaga kagandahan, then it won't shine through talaga. And yeah, I've learned from being in the beauty industry that it's hard to find genuine and wonderful personalities talaga and wonderful people. And for me, yun yung mas nakikita ko. More than, of course, the physical aspect. For me, of course, nakaka-wow yung physical aspect. Like, wow, ang ganda niya, ang sexy and all. But minsan kasi hanggang doon na lang. Like, I think there's more to a person than just the physical. Kasi once you get to talk to them, yan na, that's when you make that connection. And I think beauty is so much more than the physical. It's, lalo na ngayon, I mean, digital, like, it's all about making a connection now eh. So, I think beauty is more about looking into your soul, ang lalim natin, looking into your soul and how good and how kind you are. I think lumalabas talaga yan. It radiates.
True. Totoo yun, di ba? We are talking about inner beauty, di ba? Whatever's in your heart, di ba? Reflection lang yan sa labas mo. So, if your heart is pure, intentions are clear talaga, di ba? Makikita natin yan, the way you smile, just like her, di ba? Sabi ko nga, paka-ageless mo because I've seen you in so many magazine covers since college, high school, at hindi ka nagbabago, di ba? So natutuwa tayo because even now, you look the same, so beautiful, perfect smile lagi. So natatawa kayo na sabi mo, kahit talaga namang symmetrical lang yung figure and all, parang when there's always something more, di ba, doon sa physical attribute ng tao. And it will always show, di ba, in the long run. So I think that's what makes you Miss Kelly Lisa, di ba, na talagang nandito ka pa rin sa industry ngayon because of not just of your face, of your beautiful face and body, but of course, of who you really are deep inside. Di
Thank you.
ba?
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
so for her, that's for Miss Kelly, nasa ganda niya yan. Ang kanyang description, of course, beauty is more than skin deep, no? Talagang internal yan, of course, it comes from the heart. So yung kagandahan ng kalooban is what makes a person beautiful. So now, because we've talked about the inner beauty, syempre kwentuhan mo naman kami sa iyong beauty tips, diba? So ito na yung part na I'm sure mga beautitas nakahinto na talaga. Sige, ano ba nilalagay ni Miss Kelly sa kanyang mukha? And of course, please also tell us about your makeup routine when it comes to ganito, video calls lang, and anong different makeup tricks mo when it comes to camera. So beauty tips muna tayo, then
Okay.
makeup tricks. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so for beauty tips, I think now we all have the gift of time, which is very good. I mean, before kasi, I mean, looking back at your life before, I'm sure we're stuck in traffic, ang daming gagawin, ang daming, parang sobrang kabisihan. And wala talaga tayong time to do a skincare regimen. And I think now is the perfect time to catch up on that, to catch up on sleep, on eating healthy. And for me talaga, what I learned during this quarantine, you are what you eat. Sobrang cliche talaga yung saying na yan. But really, like what you put inside your body, lalabas talaga yung skin mo. And actually, your skin tells you how healthy you are and where you are in terms of your health. And so kung nag-glow yung skin mo, ibig sabihin, you must be doing something right, you must be sleeping properly, you must be sleeping well, you must be eating good food, which is, for me, green leafy vegetables. Yun talaga yung, I keep telling everyone, have a big plate of that per meal. I know ang dami. Yeah, veggies. But yes, for me, I really saw the difference in my skin. Parang mas nag-glow siya, mas bumata. When I did that, I applied that. Lessen the sugar. I know sugar makes us all kasi parang for us, di ba, parang when you're feeling down, you eat the chocolate bar, ganyan. Pero if you lessen it, I mean, of course, you can have it once in a while, but if you lessen it substantially, sobrang mag-glow yung skin mo and wala na talagang breakouts. For me, it worked that way. So I'm talking more about glowing up from within. So it's more of health, taking care of your body. For me, it's taking enough supplements, like taking vitamin A. That's so important. Vitamin A, vitamin E, and vitamin D, which is actually sunlight. If you just get enough sunlight, you can actually get your immunity up and you can look and feel good. And sleep is so important. That's when our body regenerates. Yun yung mga cells nagre-regenerate, nag-aayos siya, your body fixes itself. And having good quality sleep is so important. So, this is the perfect time kasi marami tayong oras, walang traffic, walang pupuntahan. And so, this is the perfect time to sleep. Exactly. And so, I know my tips sound boring and parang nako, nasabi na yan, but it really works for me. Exercising, at least doing yung mga exercise or mga workouts, kahit yung mga yoga, kahit 20 minutes a day, like 3 times a week, or when you have time, it really works. For me talaga, there's no magic potion to fix your skin. I prefer prevention, prevent the problem from happening. So be healthy and prevent that instead of getting a breakout and then anong solution gagawin? Lalagyan mo ng ganito, ganyan. It's better to do prevention for me because at least you stay healthy for a long time. Kaysa maghahabol ka ng solusyon for what has already become a problem for you. Yeah. First skincare.
Yes, that's for skincare. I hope you're taking a list, ha? Kasi I think these are parang timeless tips, diba? I think your mom will tell you the same. your parents would tell you the same to do that. No? But I'm actually personally interested. So when you talk about green leafy vegetables, are you a
Mhm.
vegetarian or do you just parang tend to eat more vegetables along with other
I've
protein?
actually been on the ketogenic diet for
Oh, okay.
3 years now. But of course, people kasi think they have a misconception that when you eat keto, it's
Mm-mm.
all chicharon, it's all lechon, it's all fatty stuff,
Steak
which
out?
is it's allowed. But you also have to eat enough greens, mga
Mm.
kale, yung mga stuff na ayaw kainin usually ng mga bata. Kale, lettuce, broccoli,
The
all of
greens.
those vegetables. And for me, I really got to lose all the baby weight because when I gave birth to Tristan, I was actually having a hard time losing weight, especially around my puson area, my tummy area.
Kilos
But
na.
when I started that diet and I stuck to it, I really saw results. Talagang all the inflammation, kasi some certain types of food can make our bodies inflamed. Like yung nagmamanas, that's a sign of inflammation. So when you eat foods that don't make you inflame, then you will shrink down and to your ideal weight. Yeah.
O, di ba? You should know those foods, di ba? Para we can avoid those, di ba? So now that you've mentioned, of course, healthy skin, di ba, is actually ang foundation of healthy skin is a healthy diet and lifestyle. So we talked about your proper diet, and of course, you do yoga, exercise, then actually twice a week, no? Every 20 minutes per workout. So I think that's good enough for the body. So now, please tell us about your skincare routine. No? How do you take care of your skin now? That do you still go to the facial clinic, dermatologist, or ikaw puro pang ano ngayon, pang self facial ang ginagawa natin. And of course, your makeup, 'di ba? Makeup for video calls and makeup for the cameras talaga. So yun.
Okay, so for my skincare, I always moisturize. That's very important. Like my whole body actually, because my skin tends to be on the dry side. Lalo na yung mga elbows, yung mga
Mm-mm.
knees. And I try to moisturize as much as I can. And I think what people overlook also is exfoliation, exfoliating the skin to reveal. Kasi parang, lalo na when we wear makeup a lot or when
Mm-mm.
we don't really do much with our skin, maraming mga nagbe-build up ng dead skin cells. And that's what you need to exfoliate. So, usually our skin renews itself every 28 days. But as we get older, mas tumatagal yung skin renewal na yon. So, mas tumatagal yung paglabas ng new skin and ng younger skin underneath. So, kailangan natin tulungan somehow by using yung mga scrubs, yung mga beads, those sort of things. Like, I usually do it at least once a week. And talagang nafe-feel ko, nawawala yung mga rough skin,
Once a
yung mga
week
parang
facial
mga
scrubs.
ganyan, when you exfoliate often. Yeah, it's so
Okay.
important for me.
Mm-mm. Tama yun, no? Kasi usually everyone will tell you to moisturize, pero a few will tell you to exfoliate. Diba? So to get
Nakakalimutan
rid
kasi
of,
yun eh.
oo, to get rid of the dead cells. So especially when you age, diba? Syempre, na-lose mo na yung elasticity ng skin mo, diba? And tama, it's
Yes.
every 28 days, no? Nag-produce tayo ng sa skin natin. Pero syempre, of course, when we take care of our skin, when we moisturize and exfoliate, mas maganda ang effect nun sa atin because yung skin natin underneath the skin cells natin, yun yung nasa-scrub off when you do exfoliation actually kay Miss Kelly once a week, no? So,
At
yun.
least
Now
once a
that
week.
at least once a week,
Yeah.
okay. So, of course, no, now we talk about makeup, no? Kasi I
Mhm.
think for some of your shows, you also do your own makeup. Some are comfortable doing their own makeup, no? So, how is it different when you do makeup on TV talaga? And right now, ganitong mga Zoom meetings. So, your
Okay.
tips also to those watching.
Okay, so I think whenever we need to be in front of the camera, my mistake before, kasi when I was modeling, iba kasi yung makeup for shoots and iba yung makeup for TV. And what I discovered is that when you do makeup for TV, kailangan mong piliin yung mga matte. You can't choose
Oh.
shimmer masyado because it's gonna end up looking like pawis, and we're in a tropical country. So it's gonna end up
Yes.
looking like you're haggard or you're hulas, as they say.
Oh.
And mukhang pawis na pawis because
Oh,
of
yes.
the shimmer. Although,
Mhm.
usong-uso yung glass skin, of course, yung mga K-drama na pinapanood
Yes.
natin, that's very, very hard to achieve unless you have really perfect skin. So for me, I recommend getting a matte powder. Kahit start na lang with a matte powder, you don't really need to overload your face pag yung camera mo naman is from your computer or laptop. Matte powder, make sure everything is covered. Para pag tapat sa'yo ng ilaw, of course, meron kang ilaw na parang ganito.
Yes.
When you have a light like that, na it's shining on your face, walang mag-shine, and you will look fresh. And of course, don't forget the kilay. That's very, very important. You can contour here, underneath the cheekbones. It's very important also. Just try to go like this. Tapos ayan yung i-contour mo. And then blush. And yeah, that's really how simple I do my makeup. Usually I do 5 to 7 minutes depending on kung pantay ba yung kilay ko kasi minsan hindi nagpapantay. But I think less is more. Basta very, very important before going in front of the camera is the matte powder because yun talaga yung natutunan ko. Before kasi puro ko shimmer, everything, pati yung mata ko shimmer.
Highlighters.
Yeah, highlighter. Paglabas sa camera, pag-register, mukhang pawis.
Pawis na pawis.
Oo, mukhang pawis or kailangan mag-oil blotter. So, nakaka-fresh yung matte. Yeah.
Yun. I think that's a very good tip to everyone, especially to me. Matte powder, no, should be the case when you do it. Kasi I could relate, no, yung talagang yung pag-shimmering minsan gusto mo sa eyelids mo, dyan sa top ng
diba?
cheekbones
Kasi
mo.
parang ang ganda-ganda, feeling mo maganda.
Ang ganda kasi yung sa personal. Yes.
Yes. But the thing kasi with shimmer lifts it. Para siyang 3D kasi if you think of it. Anything that's shimmery, tumataas. So kung nilagyan mo ng shimmer yung parang mas tataas siya. Anything contour, anything darker, yung pang-contour, it will go down. So nagkaka-shadow, yung mga eyeshadow, ganyan. That's why we put it because we want, yung mga part na to, bababa. Yung mga dito, bababa, if you need it. Or yung mga iba, nose line.
So it's tricks, diba?
Yes. So it's a mix of both. You can practice at home. Siyempre, a little goes a long way. Huwag naman masyadong mag-drawing sa mukha. Yung pakonti-konti lang, and then you'll see the difference.
Yes, and I think I like it when you said less is more. I think that's yun talagang principle ng makeup. Hindi para magbago itsura mo, but to enhance your features. Diba?
Yeah.
So, syempre, the less you put on your face, the more beautiful and the more natural, diba, you look, diba? Just also follow yung sabi din ng Kelly, mahirap pantayin ng kilay minsan. I hope you can all relate, mga beautitas natin. Minsan doon tayo nagtatagal sa kilay, no? But it's important because sabi nga natin, especially when it comes to video calls, kailangan yun yung una nakikita. Yung perfectly arched eyebrows natin. Saka syempre, perfectly trimmed, no? Na inaayos natin lagi. So thank you so much for the beauty tips, no? So now, let's go a bit personal because others see you as a pretty face, no? Na super sexy mom and now, of course, a wife, diba? So how is it getting from into the family life, no? Kasi you've led your life mostly doing modeling, you're in and out of the country. So kamusta nung family life? Because you have to settle down, diba? And now, of course, you're a mother to Tristan. How is Miss Kelly as a wife and a mother when you're off cam? Are you a regular mother or medyo iba ang rules natin sa house?
Okay, well, I think starting a family is a really big decision, and we really prayed for our son. We really prayed to have to be good parents. Kasi it's scary to be parents, especially for the first time. But I think it's the most fulfilling job I've ever been given in my whole life, and it's a job that I really don't want to mess up because of course, like as moms, talagang we love our kids so much and we'll do anything for them. And at this point in time, actually, since Tristan was around 2 years old, we have decided to be hands-on parents. So wala kaming yaya. And
Yes, I read about that.
yeah, Tristan grew up traveling with us along with our show. And kilala niya yung crew namin very well because we travel with them all the time. And I used to bring him with me kasi I used to breastfeed up until he was 3 years old.
Oh,
So talagang I really
until 3 years old.
I went all out. Where's my award? Nag-all out talaga ako kasi I really wanted to experience every little thing, every stage of parenthood. I didn't want to miss anything. And so I think this is the best way because I know everything about my son. I know yung konting little nuances niya, alam ko kung ano yung nafe-feel niya. And siya rin, kilala rin niya kami as parents. And I think it's a good relationship to invest on because diba, there's no more important person than your son, your husband, your family, diba? Those are the most important people in your life. And I really went all out, I have to admit, but I'm very happy that I did that. And actually, yung silver lining naman itong pandemic and staying at home is that we get to spend so much time together, and I'm very happy about that. Yeah.
Yes. How about at home? Like does Tristan do schooling now also? Online schooling? So, dahil
Okay.
wala kang yayas before, so ngayon may yaya na ba? Or do you
No.
plan to do this? Wala pa din.
Actually, it's gotten easier now that you can actually talk to him. He's already 5 years old. He can reason out now with him, and he's very independent kasi he grew up kasi just listening to me and my husband. So he does homeschooling, and we usually leave him in front of the computer. Wala namang problema. Lalo na, in the beginning lang, like the first week, it was hard. Pero now, we can leave him na.
Wow, lucky you. At 5 years old, diba? Kaya niya nang mag-focus. Diba?
Yeah.
And especially kasi ngayon, pag online, ang dami mong pwedeng gawin, diba? Like, hindi ka makafocus sa teacher mo, dun sa iyong school because ang dami mong pwedeng gawin after ng iyong homeschooling, diba? So, actually, congratulations on that. Natutuwa ako because I think you're one of the few people that I know who really believes that, parenting should be hands-on despite you being a celebrity. Ang hirap gawin na because your show is not actually parang a studio-based show, diba? It's actually a travel show. Diba?
Sobrang hirap.
Yes, diba? It's a travel show.
I can't say na parang, oh, it was so easy. Walang yaya and all. Of course, there were times talaga, lalo na in the airport, all the meltdowns, all the times na parang titingnan mo na lang na parang, what's happening? But it's all part of learning experience, and I look back at them fondly now. Pero back then, talagang mahirap talaga. It's not an easy thing to do. And actually, I don't even recommend it to other parents kung hindi sila ready to go all out and to go all out 100%. Kasi some people don't really have the patience, and some people work well or work better. They have a better relationship with their kids when they have a helper to fix the little things, fix the things that they have to think of na. Kasi mahirap talaga. It's not a thing na sasabihin ko na parang, yeah, it's so easy and I'll recommend it. It's not at all. But it was a choice. That's why my husband and I prayed for it. And talagang it requires so much patience and prayers.
That's true, but I think somehow you've parang discovered a part of you na ganun ka palang ka-patient, diba? Na ganun ka palang, diba? Ganun ka talagang katindi na magtyaga, of course, si your son, no, to Tristan. And I think it will pay off, no? Especially for a kid who grows up with yung talagang presence ng parents nila, no, ay nandun sa kanila. I think it will have a positive impact, especially now, growth years niya, di ba? Growing years ni Tristan. Okay, so thank you, no, now that we've known a bit about Miss Kelly's personal side, no, because I love the way you dress. Let's talk about fashion this time. I love the way you actually, ano ba, hindi lang mag-dress eh. Actually, magsuot ng kahit ano, magdala ng kahit ano, even yung makeup, kahit ano. So, who is your beauty inspiration? So, it could
Okay.
be a celebrity, it could be a relative or a family. So, who do you look up to when it comes to beauty and fashion?
Okay. When it comes to beauty, for the longest time, it was always my mom because my mom has perfect skin. She never had a pimple in her life. And
Oh,
ingit-ingit ako
lucky
sa kanya
her.
growing up. Like, when I was in my teen years, she would
Poreless.
tell me, I never had a pimple in my life. And I was breaking out, dami kong pimples, nagpapaderma ako. And parang, hindi siya makarelate, nakakainis. Parang, bakit ang perfect mo? So for the longest time, she was my beauty idol. And these days, it's from the K-drama that I've been watching. And actually, yung mga guys yung tinitingnan ko, yung mga lalaki, yung mga skin nila, sobrang perfect talaga. Papas. Grabe, sila
Oo.
talagang I end up watching more or talagang nagzo-zoom in yung mata ko sa mga pores nila na non-existent. Sobrang perfect skin. And actually, because of the influence of K-drama, parang I aspire to have skin like that talaga. So, hindi na ako masyadong nagpapatan. Kasi gusto ko glass skin ang ma-achieve ko, pero napakahirap. Kasi trinay ko talaga and it's so hard. And when it comes to fashion, I think it was my grandmother who is my biggest influence until now. I mean, I look back fondly at my memories about her, and she was always so elegant. Kasi yung panahon niya, yun yung nagpapatahi pa, hindi pa yung off the rack.
Custom made.
Yeah, hindi pa uso yung off the rack. So she would have a seamstress and she would make pagawa her clothes, and that was how and that was how she dressed even until she passed away at 83. And so we all grew up kasi together in my lola's house. We all grew up there. And so she was like my second mom talaga. And I saw how well and how elegant she dressed. Talagang laging maayos, walang rugged. Ayaw niya yung mga rugged. Gusto niya yung mga prim and proper, and always, like, there is intention to how she's dressing up. If it's for an occasion, she's dressed for the occasion. And so, dun ko natutunan yon from watching her every day, like, dress up. Kasi I'm so close to my lola kasi. And I think that's how I wanted to dress up then. Like, that's what I apply now. Like, dapat gusto ko, I want to dress up like thinking that I have to look like mukhang mabango. I know it's silly to think that, but it has to be like you're dressed in a way that you are proper and in a way elegant and timeless. Kasi trends come and go, but when you find your personal style, especially a style that's very classic, and if you stick to it, alam mo, it works for you, then you will look your best because you're comfortable. Alam mo, your clothes will not last you only for 1 year or 1 season. Tatapunin mo na. Actually, this top has been with me, I think, for about 9 years already, and I still wear it, and I think it still looks on trend. And it's really the way you wear it and paano ka magdala. Yun yung term na hinahanap ko. Paano ko magdala? Confidence, yes.
That's true. I would think it's 9 years, no? That's really
Yeah, it's my favorite.
fabulous on you. Ayan, diba? Diba? So how nice and how sweet that both of your beauty and style inspiration, of course, your mom and your grandmom, no? So you must be really raised well. So, and they must love you very much and they're very proud of you, no? So nakakatuwa that when you talk about beauty, you think about your family, your mom, or your grandmother. So I think yung connection doon, dun parang, hindi lang nurture yung physical beauty mo, but of course, your values and your character as well. So we are very honored to hear that, no, your stories, your personal stories. So thank you for sharing. And now, of course, I'd like to ask you, before we go to the last question, could you tell us one beautiful moment that you felt na you were parang most beautiful? It could be you modeling, or it could be you giving birth, or it could be anything. But ito ito yung time na feeling mo, ang haba ng hair ko, ang ganda ko, gano'n. Which was that, what particular moment in your life is that or was that?
Oh gosh, it's hard to choose. Kasi actually, when you said when I gave birth, nako, that's the worst. Kasi like, when I felt like I was like my most like unpretty, but then that was the moment also that I felt like a true woman because I was able to give birth to my son. I think there are many stages. Like each stage of my life, I feel like I really came to be confident with my own body was when I guess what was it? I think when I started to make it in the modeling industry, a lot of people don't know. I started trying out to be a model when I was a very young age. I think I was around 10 years old. My dad was actually a commercial model. And I grew up tagging along with him. Kami ng sister ko. Susunduin niya kami from school and then pupunta kami sa mga VTR and casting. So normal yun for us to actually be in a casting room and watch my dad do his audition, mag-memorize siya. And usually, if in the 90s, maalala mo yung mga commercials na may coach, may businessman, my father. Usually, that's my dad. He did 70 commercials in his lifetime. Like, and he's still alive.
Yeah, so it's in the family.
He broke it down. Yeah, he did about 70 commercials. And so he would always bring me and my sister to try out also. So at the age of 10 until 20, for 10 years, I was actually trying to be a model, but I never got any commercial. It was a long and hard process for me.
10 years?
I was very shy. Nanginginig pa ako in front of the camera, and it took me such a long time to come to terms with myself. Parang I feel like I was very self-conscious, but hindi ako aware with my surroundings or with my own body. And I think when I started to realize how to project and be in front of the camera and be natural, then I think that's when I felt confident about myself. And throughout, I think it was in my 20s, I think, mga 21, 22, when I started really getting the big commercials, that's when I felt, I think, the most beautiful. But at that stage,
you have arrived.
Yeah. Oh, actually, because for a long time, I've struggled kasi hand in hand with modeling is rejection eh. For every commercial that you do, aantayin mo kung kukunin ka or hindi. And most of the time, it's a no. So I had to deal with that from a very young age. And it's a hard thing to deal with when you're a teenager talaga. Kasi yan na yung sobrang didibdibin and dadamdamin. And it's a very hard process to deal with. And so, imo-imo pa ako nun. But I'm glad that I got over it. And I was able to be somewhat successful in this career.
Yes.
But it's purely luck. It's purely luck then. It's the people who helped me.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, no? In 10 years, you just kept going, trying and trying. So,
Yeah, but of course at school, like, it was once in a while, like, I would go ganyan. But it was fun.
Diba? So you never gave up, and I think that's the key. Talagang mangyayari sa atin, no? That's your pinaka maganda mong gawin, a persistence, diba? When you persist and you like something and you love something, you never give up despite the challenges. Diba? So I think that's the turning point for you. You felt most beautiful when finally you let your wings out and then you've arrived, no? At the age of 21 onwards pa pala. Pero I'm sure during your younger years, I could see you already in the, diba, on the magazine covers. You've been doing some shots before, or 20 plus ka lang nag-start formal modeling?
Yeah, I got my first commercial at 19. People thought I was probably younger, but yeah, I was in college now. And that was when I started doing mga magazine work. As you mentioned earlier, I did a model search, and the winner of that model search was actually Solen Yusaf. So she won the contest, yeah. But I was able to win a contract with a modeling agency. Kasi before that, I didn't have a modeling agency. And so I think being with that modeling agency was able to find me more work. And eventually, I was able to work in Hong Kong, in China, in Thailand. Yeah, and months at a time, like I would go out of the country and really live in Hong Kong for a few months. And I would really be busy because the modeling industry there is so different from here. Sobrang daming work talaga at that time, of course, early 2000s. Sobrang daming work. Like you would really get tired just going to all the BTRs, all the castings, and then doing all the shoots in between. And there they get paid kasi per hour. So talagang bibilangin mo, time is money. Yeah. So kung nag-extend yung shoot by 2 hours, you ask for extra pay. And so talagang every hour of my day was booked by the agency. And so that was when I was so busy, and it's a different kind of world. Sobrang competitive, but at the same time, marami ring work. So it was so fun also. Yeah.
Really? So I hope you listened, no? Kasi nakakatuwang isipin that Miss Kelly, Misa right now, no? You think that parang she's had it all from the beginning, but no pala.
No.
10 years old, nag-audition na siya, diba?
Yeah.
Big break only came at 19 years old, 9 years after, diba? But she held on. Of course, her hard work paid off. Nakita niyo naman. Hanggang ngayon, diba? From one project to another, parang kaya, talaga makikita mo, sabi ko nga, in commercials, in print ads, I can always see you and your face, no? So we are truly honored because we have time for Usapang Beauty tonight.
Of course.
So finally, yes, before we pause for a break, I'd like to ask you about your inner beauty. What could be your values or your characteristic that, of course, make you likable and also make people draw near to you? What could be that inner beauty that you possess?
Okay, so one thing that I learned from being in this industry is that you really have to be authentic. You have to be real. If that's the way you are, if your personality is one way, then that's what you have to show. You can't sugarcoat or pretend to be someone else. And I think that's where the confidence comes from. Kung totoo ka sa sarili mo and that's really you, then you should be unapologetic for who you are. But of course, you also have in the process, you have to be kind to people. You have to remember all the people that you worked with. Because for me, looking back at my career, I did not do this all on my own. There were people helping me. It was from a meeting. I was able to get this project because of this shoot. And it's because of this person. So don't forget to always be thankful to the people who helped you out. And I'm still in contact with most of the people in the fashion industry, in the modeling industry. And I will never forget the way they helped me. I think it's so important to know it's important to know your place in where your industry is. And it's important to acknowledge the people who helped you along the way. Because you wouldn't go far talaga without other people's help. Especially if you're starting out, and especially you have to be real to yourself, because when you're fake or when you try to be someone else, it will show rin eh. You're not confident. Yeah, and I think that is you really become beautiful if you're confident and if you're being yourself.
Yeah. So from Miss Kelly, Misa herself, no, authenticity and kindness. So totoo po yun, no? Sometimes, no, even if you're the most talented in the room, the most beautiful in the room, but you don't possess those qualities, authenticity, kindness, I don't think you'll go far, diba? And of course, I think makikita naman natin sa aura ni Ma'am Kelly ngayon, no, that she's as humble as she can be, and I can't believe it, no? Humility comes from within. Syempre, her being authentic and being true to herself is what makes her beautiful. So thank you so much, Miss Kelly. Yes, we'll be back. Yes, so please don't go away, because when we come back, final advice, parting words, and of course, how can you connect with Miss Kelly and where can you find her? Please stay tuned, because Usapang Beauty will still be right back with Miss Kelly. See ya. Hello and welcome back po sa Usapang Beauty. So tonight we have of course with us Miss Kelly Misa. Pero syempre bago natin siya tawagin ulit here sa ating screen, of course we'd like to invite you to watch all of our shows here on the new channel. So kung hindi pa po kayo nakaka-subscribe sa aming YouTube channel, ganyan din sa aming Facebook page, please do so. So ang ating po mga shows, of course, we have The Big Picture, shares inspiring stories of notable personalities, syempre with Sir Lloyd Luna, Mondays to Fridays at 7 p.m. We also have HR Hotline, introduces us to the world of human resources management, by, of course, Sir Jesse. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 1 p.m. Have an insightful Saturday afternoon because the family business is everyone's business. Saturdays at 4 in the afternoon. Of course, we have U-Turn, discover your life's purpose and learn from others' turnaround stories, Mondays and Thursdays, 10:30 in the morning. We also have the Home Buyer, where you hear remarkable stories about building and owning a property, Mondays and Thursdays at 4 in the afternoon. Also, we have the Puppet Stories by Sir Wanlu. Laugh and learn through the Puppet Stories, Mondays at 5:30 in the afternoon. And of course, TNC Marketplace, magbenta, bumili at tumulong dahil bukas na ang TNC Marketplace. It's an online night bazaar, Thursdays and Fridays at 10 in the evening. We also have YOLO. It's for all of us to understand that law is of course fun and also cool. Thursdays at 8:30 in the evening. So mamaya po yan. Also, we have PNC The Talk, two leaders in one platform, Mondays at 12 in the afternoon. We also have After Shift. It's a chillaxing show about your choices and lives after work, Wednesdays and Fridays at 8:30 in the evening. Discover and learn strategies on self-leadership to win in life through Win Within, Saturdays at 8:30 in the evening. Dream, achieve, and nurture, then inspire. Tag your kids along and watch Danny Art Show, Fridays at 5:30 in the evening, in the afternoon. We also have COVID stories. The world has faced an unprecedented pandemic. Time to hear positive testimonies straight from those who recovered from this disease. Saturdays at 10:30 in the morning. We also have foreign affairs, global issues, common interests, learn together across borders. Streams Tuesdays at 10:30 in the evening. In the morning, sorry, affairs Tuesdays at 10:30 in the morning. Then we also have Money and More, watch and learn. Money and More streams live from the Philippines and the US of A. Tuesdays at 8:30 in the evening Philippine time and 5:30 in the morning California, USA. Now, mga new shows po ito, no? Healthline, because health is wealth, Wednesdays and Fridays, 4 p.m. Also, catch your TNC original shows like One Day and Inspiring 30-minute storytelling, alternates with TNC Town Hall, co-hosted by TNC founders Sir Lloyd and Ma'am Apple. And this show is where we talk to you, our valued audience, about our shows here at TNC. More upcoming TNC shows that will truly inspire you. So for you to be able to see us, of course, you have to follow our channel on Facebook and YouTube. That's the new channel. So we help you see the new you. And syempre, Usapang Beauty po tayo, Tuesdays and Saturdays at 5:30 in the evening. And of course, we're about to close the program once again, to end this program once again. And right now, we will be hearing some advice and parting words from, of course, the beautiful Miss Kelly Misa. Welcome back once again, ma'am.
Hi. Okay, so parting words. Okay,
Yes.
for me, my parting words are don't give up, especially during this time. We are in the midst of a pandemic, and it's a time when we don't really know. It's so uncertain. We don't know what to do or what to feel. Try to find, I think, what you're good at and what you love to do, and try to make that work for you. I love hearing stories about people who have found their inner passion when it comes to cooking. They become bakers. They started selling mga food items online, or some of them they have made clothes. But try to find your passion and do it, because it's your passion for a reason. Each and every one of us are given gifts and passions, that we really need to follow, because that is the best, that is the best path for us, and we really need to listen to our own inner self to make ourselves happy. Like what they said, diba? I mean, if you do what you love every single day, then you won't work a day in your life. And I have been so blessed to learn early on what I love doing. And from modeling, I was able to do so much more. I was working in publishing. I am now a host. It's all I know. It's all related, and I'm glad that I was able to find specifically what I wanted to do. And you will too. Everyone has their own path to follow, and surely you will find your own.
Oh, that's so nice, diba? Your life's purpose and passion, no? So lucky for you to have found that at an age, no, at a very early age. Kasi tama yung sabi ni Ma'am Kelly, no? When you love what you do, you don't have to work a day in your life because you enjoy what you do and you've been blessed, no? To be given a chance to actually express yourself through your work that you truly love, diba? So finally, how can they get in touch with you? Your YT channel, your Instagram accounts where we can follow you.
Okay, so I'm most active in my Instagram. It's at Kelly Misa. It's very easy to remember, at Kelly Misa. And I have been, I started again my YouTube channel. I was gone for 6 months, but all my travels with my son and with my family, they're all there. You can watch it if you feel like traveling. You can go ahead and go watch my vlog. It's Kelly Misa-Fernandez. And all my shows on ANC, on my show on ANC, Trending with Kelly, is also on YouTube, so you can find it also there. So if feel nyo mag-travel ngayon, and of course we can't leave the house, we can go mind traveling together and watch.
Let's do that virtually.
Exactly. And so I'm so happy actually that I was able to document those travels, and without even knowing that right now we would be in this situation, that it would, feeling ko kasi back then it was so normal, it's not even a thing that I should be recording, but I'm glad that I did it, because now looking back, grabe, ang dami pa
Precious, diba?
yeah, it's so precious, time is so precious, and traveling and doing all the normal stuff, right now we can't do it, unfortunately.
Doing the normal stuff. Yes, no. I couldn't agree more. So thank you very much, Miss Kelly, from the
Thank
bottom of my
you.
heart. Truly, no, I've been blessed with such wise advice, no, this wise conversation. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. So, mula po sa the new channel and of course, Usapang Beauty. Thank you very much, Miss Kelly Misa. God bless
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Joby,
Thank you,
so much.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so. We'll follow you, syempre, on Instagram and your YT
Yes,
account.
likewise,
Yeah.
likewise.
God bless,
Bye.
ma'am. Thank you for being with us, for joining us. So that was, of course, Miss Kelly Misa. No? Nakita niyo po, she's so beautiful. Nakita niyo naman, di ba? A Filipina model. Lagi ko sinasabi Filipina model because she looks like talagang epitome ng Filipina talaga, no? And of course, with her natural beauty, no, at her age, of course, with a kid, always been sa kanyang, talagang active pa din siya sa kanyang career, no? I think we've learned a lot from her because I think I did, from her personal advice, when it comes to health and beauty, and of course her values, 'di ba? I think natama yung sabi din ni Miss Kelly, when your beauty comes from your heart, from within, when you are being authentic and true to yourself, and you're kind to others and to yourself as well, that's where your real beauty comes out. So once again, thank you so much, Miss Kelly. We hope that we can keep in touch. Thank you for being with us, and of course, for being so game and so nice here in Usapang Beauty. And of course, before we end, I'd like to thank our sponsor. Yan, ready na po ba ang ating slides for our sponsor? Of course, we have Laura, diba? So, hello po, Ma'am Jeff, Ma'am Nina, if you're watching, no? They're watching. Thank you so much, Laura. We have here ang atin pong, of course, their products. Thank you so much for supporting our show. Laura International Corporation specializes in health, beauty, and wellness products. Their skincare line is very good and are all made in South Korea. With consistent use of Lordaeron products, you will not only look more beautiful, it will also boost your confidence about yourself. So what you're seeing on your screens right now are the products of Lordaeron. Of course, indeed, Learn a Lot is where beauty and lifestyle meet. So we are inviting those who are watching to join Beauty's Power Video Challenge. I think hanggang kahapon lang po ito, no, September 30. Please check out learnaround.com or follow them on Facebook and Instagram at LLI Corp Official for more information. Try Learn Around and discover your beauty because beauty is power. So as for the winners, kung sino po ang nanalo sa ating Beauty is Power Video Challenge, you'll know if you log into their account now. That's learnaround.com and on Instagram, Facebook at LLI Corp Official for more information. Diba? So thank you so much, Learn Around. So I hope you get to try their products, their premium variety talaga. No? And of course, they're effective as well, lalo na sa Filipina skin. Okay, so I think that's it for tonight. Again, of course, I'd like to say hi to my parents, my daddy and my mommy watching right now. Hello po. Of course, my Ate Leia, Nathan, Jeline. Hello, good evening. They're watching also. My husband, Bubu. Then, of course, our kids, Starbu and Bibu. And, of course, our Linsangan, Agustin, and Moreno clans. Thank you so much for watching and for your support always. And of course, I'd like to say thank you, Orange Blush Salon, Lemon Ribbon, Aliaga Rice Supply. Of course, we also have the Pujan Special Event Center and Your Cafe. Maraming salamat po. Thank you, of course, our boss, Sir Lloyd, Ma'am Apple, and of course, Miss Kelly Misa, our guest. And of course, Tito Boy Abunda. I think you should also watch our season finale on Saturday. That's October 3, because we'll be having with us as our very special guest, Tito Boy Abunda, the King of Talk here in Usapang Beauty Live. So kung gusto nyo pong ma-fast talk at makwentuhan ng kwentong Tito Boy Abunda, please stay tuned this Saturday, 5:30, October 3. So you can see us live, no, as we talk to the one and only King of Talk, Tito Boy Abunda. And of course, before I leave, like I always do, I'd like to leave you with a Bible passage, of course, from Ephesians 4:29. It says here, let everything you say be good and helpful, so that your words will be an encouragement to those who hear them. So especially during this trying time, instead of us focusing on our own needs, no, of our own rants, I think we focus on the needs of others. You don't need to give anything naman financially, agad-agad. Sometimes encouraging words are enough, and of course, your time as well. If you listen intently and you be there for the person and encourage, give them hope, of course, diba? Yun ang kailangan nating lahat sa ngayon. Whether at work or with the family, learn to encourage, of course, para at least, no, we are looking forward to a brighter and more beautiful future despite the pandemic. So we hope it's been another beautiful episode of Usapang Beauty here. And always remember to find the beauty in everything. This is your host, once again, your Orange Lady, Joby Linsangan-Moreno. Thank you so much for watching. This is Usapang Beauty in the new channel. Maraming salamat po. God bless you. Bye. Thank you.